Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. Today's an exciting one because finally the NFL season kicks off in week 1. The long off season is finally over and our Washington Commanders begin the year on the road against the Carolina Panthers. Hope you guys are ready for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you're ready for year 4 and more franchise content. Before we get into the game, Eric Bieniemy stands on the podium. They're asking him questions about how to win this game because this is a big year for Eric Bieniemy. After an underwhelming second year in his tenure, he was kept for a third year, and there were a lot of intriguing options that were available this offseason. But the Commanders had given the faith to Bieniemy for a third season, and he is looking to get it off to a strong start, trying to control the Panthers' passing attack and Bryce Young. Commanders coming off a 6-11 season, while the Panthers were 5-12 a year ago, where Bryce Young turned the ball over way too many times, and they fired head coach Steve Wilks after just 2 seasons, and are now led by Dave Ragone, who was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons and has really been the reason Desmond Ridder has turned a corner, got them to the playoffs last year, and has now turned it into his first head coaching opportunity with the Panthers. But we are underway. The 2026 NFL season has officially kicked off. The Panthers will start off with the football, and here comes the 2023 number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young, who last year threw the ball 4,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, but had 21 interceptions. Hoping he can take better care of the football here in this one, as the first play is a pass, and it's a quick one out left side. That's caught by Terrace Marshall. Now in the offset pistol, 2nd and 7. This is to the ground. This is the rookie Curtis Beverly, a rookie out of Stanford. And, well, if you know the Panthers' history, they have quite a big success with halfbacks out of Stanford. Quickly 3rd and 3. Bryce Young goes empty, and he finds his man up the seam. That one is caught for a first down by the second-year wide receiver, Matt Davenport. Now out past midfield. Young back to the air. Here's a catch. This is the number 1 4 overall pick, Colton Perry out of Missouri, who gets his first NFL catch. And the Panthers are moving the football. Play fake here. Young in the pocket, looks to his right as a man wide open and is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Colton Perry on his 2nd career catch is a first career touchdown. And the Panthers lead 7-0 after a hot start. This will bring out the Commanders' offense for the first time today as Singletary gets 2 on the ground. Going to hand it back to him 2nd and 8 up the middle. And this is going to be a big first down run. Commanders love to lean on this ground attack, and it pays off in getting the first down there. Now from their own 40, it's Gibson who checks back in, the other man of this two-headed monster, and he picks up 13 on his first carry. And the Commanders are in plus territory. Showing double-A gap. Penix will throw for the first time. He's hit from behind. Brian Burns applies the pressure. A lot has been made about this Commanders offense. Very much a weak point last year. Not sure if they've done enough to fix it, as they did replace 3 out of the 5 linemen. There's the first catch of the day for McLaurin, and now on 3rd and 3. He's going to be trusted with Gibson, and he's just going to get enough and get the first down. Needed 3. Probably got like 3 1/4. So 1st and 10, Singletary checks back in. This is a 4-yard run. Now 2nd and 6. Back to the air goes Penix. Across the middle finds Singletary, but he can't hold on through contact. That is Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah who knocks it free. Now 3rd and 6. Quick drop for Penix, but a man quickly in his face. That time Elijah Wilkinson gives up the pressure from Jalen Carter. And the Commanders will settle for 3. As Cameron Little last year, 86% from field goals, knocks the first one up and through. The Panthers lead 7-3. Second drive here for the Panthers starts off with a full house pistol and it gets upended, does Curtis Beverly. He's starting in place of the injured Miles Sanders, who's missing this game the next 4 weeks with a quad tear. 2nd and 8, cross the middle. Colton Perry, his 3rd catch, quickly getting involved in this Panthers pass game. A lot of hope for him, as they have not had a good tight end since Greg Olsen. 3rd and 1, handoff Beverly, and he comes up short. Good run defense there by the Commanders. They force a Panthers punt. So now they get the football back. 1st and 10, Penix runs to his right and is chased, dumps it off out of bounds, but Elijah Wilkinson is hurt on the play. Now 2nd and 10, receiver in motion. Penix looking to throw. Fires across the middle. Nice touch pass from McLaurin. That is a first down out to the 49 of Carolina. Next play, back to the ground. Gibson right side. He runs into Horn, but not before he picks up 7. Bunch to the right here. It's an RPO trying to get Wilson the ball, and that is read to perfection by Paulson to Debo. Loss of 1. Now 3rd and 4. Same thing, other side, and again it is stopped shy. J.C. Horn crashes down. That'll be a punt or a field goal, and the Panthers lead 7-6 after the first quarter of play. And they got this one starting at the goal of the Commanders. 1st and goal from the 8. Across the middle has Colton Perry again for a touchdown. 2 touchdowns in his NFL debut. And the Panthers lead 14-6. Commanders, they can't keep kicking field goals if they want to get back in this game. As Singletary with a nice run off 1st down, picks up 18. The tight end Noah Clancy hurt on the play. Wouldn't be a long-term injury. He should be okay. Is now 2nd and 9. Back to Singletary left side and more holes. So this offensive line does a good job in the running game. You just got to keep Penix healthy. Now to the 45, trying to go back to the air. It's a quick pressure. He checks it down for McLaurin, who picks up 5. 2nd and 5 now. Penix back to the air, throws it short. There's Ricky Dockery getting the catch. His first career catch, and he puts the football on the ground, but they're saying he was down. So don't worry, young man. Your first NFL catch does not result in a fumble. 1st and 10 now. Gibson gets it as he gets stacked up behind the rookie Hansen and only picks up 1. Now 3rd and 9. Penix to the air. Pressure quickly in his face. Derek Brown blows by the rookie guard Drew Hansen, and he forces the errant throw. Commanders will kick 3 off the 49 field goal. It's up and good, but there's a flag down. Could this drive be extended? No, it's actually going to be a legal block in the back. A very late foul call on the place kicker. How the heck does that happen? Well, this is what happens. At the very end of the play, he pushes down number 96. And because of that, that backs up Little. And from 59, he misses. So the illegal block in the back, the boneheaded kind of ticky-tacky call, makes us not get 3 points. So we're still down 14-6 as Joe Thuney levels a man up the middle. Good pickup there by the Panthers in the offseason. The former chief guard, a guy we wanted, we just couldn't afford. 2nd and 5. Nice move by Beverly to out-juke Allen. Cuts it upfield, and he gets a 1st down. Back to Curtis Beverly, having a very good debut as he gets stopped there on a 1-yard gain. Bryce Young now empty here, 2nd and 9. Trying to quick pass left side, but it's read to perfection. Nice play by Emmanuel Forbes to come down to make that play. And now it's 3rd and 10. Young goes back to the air. Fires across the middle, and he's got his man Marshall. He beats Forbes in coverage, and Bryce Young is a perfect 10 for 10 to start today. So now in the red zone, 2 tight ends in the formation. Young off the play fake, has pressure, and we get there. Deron Payne with the first sack of the season for the Commanders. He had 4 of those last year. Now 3rd and 19 for Carolina as the screen doesn't work, and they'll just kick 3 points, extend their lead now 17-6. Commanders still have yet to put the ball in the end zone, trying to do something here as Singletary just takes the ankles of the defender and gets it out to the 45. 79 yards already for our superstar halfback. 2nd and 6, go play fake to him. Penix to the right, being chased. He's just going to keep it himself. Runs into his own tight end. Clancy needs to move out the way. Picks up 3. Now 3rd and 3. RPO again. This time Adebo almost picks it off. That play is not working. You might want to abandon that one. Commanders will kick 3. It'll be a 17-9 game at the 2-minute warning. But the Panthers are in Commanders territory. 3rd and 4 from the 28. A big play, and it's going to be a catch. Guess who? Colton Perry. The Missouri Tiger alum is really stepping into this offense seamlessly. Next play is a dump off for Beverly on the screen, and he picks up a 1st down, gain of 12. Clock continues to run, though. Inside a minute now. Young tries to set up a screen for Beverly, just throws it in the dirt. Chase Young was there. 2nd and 10, bunch to the right. Young moves that way. Fires left side and just airs this one out of bounds. Makes it a big 3rd and 10. Can the Commanders force 3 here? Young, quick drop. Tries to scramble and trips over Sweat. That'll go as a sack. And Carolina will only get 3. So now with only 40 seconds, the Gibson will just run it up the middle, but a big hole will cause Bieniemy to rethink this one. Instead of just running up the clock, he's going to try to go for it. Next play, here's Gibson right side, pickup of 8, and he gets out of bounds. 2nd and 2 now. Penix moves to his right, fires across the middle, a wide open Ricky Dockery gets into plus territory. Commanders will use their final timeouts. They're going to try to get some points here. Next play, Penix Jr. rolls to his left. Just throws this one back across the middle, and he gets picked off. Paulson Adebo with the interception. Not a wise play there by Penix Jr. Trying to make something happen. He gets picked off. Now only 18 seconds to go. Carolina at their own 42. They're just going to look to run this one to the end. But great blocking on the outside actually frees Beverly for a big-time gain. And just like that, Carolina is in field goal range. These are the kind of swing things that will just break a team, as we could have had points. Instead, Carolina ends up with points. 23-9 now is with 2 seconds to go. Greg Gray, the rookie wide receiver out of William & Mary, will get a return. And he gets free! Gray out past midfield has one man to beat as the clock hits triple zeros. And he gets spun down at the 3-yard line. Oh, so close to a big-time play there, but it was for naught. And the Panthers will take a 23-9 lead going into the half. Can the Commanders get back into this one, or Carolina cruise to a 1-0 start? We'll have to find out in the second half. A lot of other teams, of course, starting their action today. We're actually the 4:05 game, despite being on the East Coast. So a lot of games already done today. And we'll take a look at some of them. In Philadelphia, the Devin Brown era begins, and they are down 14-0 currently to Minnesota. Remember, they traded Jalen Hurts to the New England Patriots, going with a second-year quarterback out of Ohio State, Devin Brown. Out in Vegas, the Raiders playing host to the Niners, and Las Vegas is actually up 21-10. Rookie quarterback Malachi Nelson with 2 first-half touchdowns. He has the Raiders out in front in the Sin City. And finally, in the Big D, Dallas playing host to Detroit, and the Lions are actually up 14-0 over Dallas. Cade Klubnik perfect to start the day, while Prescott's one pass has been an interception. Back with our second half here in Charlotte. At least the Commanders start off with the football, but their first play doesn't go anywhere. It's just stuffed right up the middle by Jair Brown. Second 10, going play fake this time. Penix looks across the middle, and he gets intercepted. Shaq Thompson with a pick. Johnny Wilson just completely stopped on the routes. If he would have kept going, he would have had some open space. Not sure why. There was some miscommunication there. I think Panthers get gifted a starting drive here in the second half, as the first pass will be caught by Jonathan Mingo for a gain of 8. Underneath center, they go back to the ground here. Beverly gets not a first down. I thought he got it, but he is over past 100 yards. 3rd and inches. Going to trust the ground game again. Beverly up the middle and gets shot by Drew Tranquill, who's been an absolute great addition to the run game towards the end of last year. He stops them. At least the Panthers only get 3. But now 26-9 as the Commanders look to do it all over again, starting at their own 20-yard line. After a gain of 3 from Singletary. Stretch give to him right side this time. He gets bottled up. Great job by the edge pressure to force him inside. And now it's 3rd and 6. Washington trying to spread out the defense. They bring a nickel blitz, and he gets to the quarterback. Misses the sack, but forces the incompletion. That's another punt. Panthers firmly in control now. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Here's an 8-yard give. Beverly continues his great day. 2nd and 2. Quick pass right side. This one's caught. Can't bring him down, and he finally gets tackled. John Mechie, the former Houston Texan, at the 43. Back to the ground game. Allen gets absolutely upending Beverly. The reigning 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finally makes a tackle. 3rd and 8. Missed across the middle. Does Young, and that's going to be a rare punt for the Panthers. Commanders' next drive out at their own 45 here is off play fake. Penix dumps it off for Singletary. He's lucky if he gets 1. Only 80 yards of passing and 2 interceptions for Penix Jr. 2nd and 9. Pressure up the middle. He drops the football. It's picked up by Smith, but again, having a hard time keeping him upright. Now 3rd and 19. Just got to try to make something happen here. As looks left side, has his tight end, but he overthrows him. That one was all on Penix. If you hit that throw, it is a first down. But 26-9 going into the final quarter now. This one's looking bleak. And, well, the Panthers, they're knocking on the doorstep again. 1st and goal from the 7, handoff. Beverly, he breaks a tackle and scores. Touchdown, Carolina. 33-9 now, as this one is 24-point lead. It has turned into a blowout. Commanders' next drive, though, they're at the 2-yard line of Carolina. Is on 1st and goal. They're going backwards. Loss of 2 at the middle. Derek Brown leads the way. Second and goal, this time trying to bootleg. Penix going to be chased outside. He's going to be sacked. He's actually going to lose the football, and he's going to fumble it over to the Panthers. Another big opportunity wasted. And on the other side of the coin, the Panthers will punch it in with a quarterback draw. It is now 40-9 in favor of Carolina. This one just completely turning into a rout, says later in the game. Penix Jr. 2nd and 10 as a meet downfield. And, well, he gets intercepted again. He had his tight end open. Instead, overthrows him, leads him too far up the field. Picked off by the newest Panther, Greg Newsome, who was acquired in the preseason from Cleveland. And, well, this one is going to end in a whimper. Commanders lose to the Panthers 40-9, especially going into a much critical year. This is what you cannot have happen. Bieniemy is going to be under a lot of fire after this one, as a lot of the same mistakes that plagued us last year showed up again this year. Couldn't keep Penix healthy, couldn't keep him upright at least. Penix turned the ball over too many times. The defense started off too slow, couldn't stop the pass. Even the run game wasn't overly that impressive. And this is a bad loss to start the year. Obviously, you don't want to freak out because it's week 1, but man, you'd like to see him play a little bit more competitive. Allen's in the locker room saying they must step up, which I would agree, but it's good to see one of our captains taking some ownership, especially a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. We did suffer an injury. Ben Crisp got hurt on the play. He tore his labrum on a special teams play. He's kind of a reserve linebacker, doesn't play a lot, but I do want to get some more depth there, as we'll move Monty Jackson to the practice squad and we'll sign Cody Kennedy off of the Tampa Bay practice squad to give us that linebacker depth. Let's look around the week in week number 1 as the Jaguars beat the Patriots in week 1. And Jalen Hurts' New England debut, he loses 20-14 to Jacksonville. So that's not a good start for him. And meanwhile, on the flip side, the Eagles, they also lose to the Vikings 21-14. The Devin Brown era starts with a loss. He did not play bad. We'll see him actually next week in week number 2 in our next matchup. Then we move into Sunday Night Football, where the Chargers beat the Broncos 19-7. Denver's coming off a very forgettable year thanks to a lot of injuries, but they start this one with an L, while the Chargers made it to the postseason last year. They're trying to get back to that spot and win another AFC West title like they did last year. On Monday Night Football, the Bengals are actually the defending Super Bowl champions, but instead of playing on Thursday, they hosted a Monday night matchup. Not sure why, but they lose to the Steelers 37-31 in a very high-scoring affair that went into overtime as Caleb Williams leads the Pittsburgh Steelers to a victory. Other Monday night game as the Rams beat the Cardinals 48-21, trounced the Birds in the desert. 6 touchdown passes for Drake May as he leads the Los Angeles Rams past their division rivals and gets them on the board with a win to start their year. Well, the Cardinals, not ideal to begin their year. Here are your players of the week. We saw the Ritter Falcons, 4 touchdowns. He actually beat the Chiefs in that one. Sorry I did not show the full games. I don't know what happened to that little clip, but here's a look at your players. The Falcons did beat the Chiefs. We saw the Bengals, and Tariq Woolen of the Seahawks had 2 INTs. Next episode, we'll head to Lincoln Financial Field, the link to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, a new era in Philly. Hurts disgruntled, finally out, and Devin Brown now has the reins. It's very much a transition for this Eagles squad. There's still some talented receivers, but offensive line's going through a transition with no Lane Johnson and Jason Kelce there anymore. Defense is still pretty solid. They did add Christian Gonzalez in the Hurts trade, so it'll be interesting to see how they look. And we won't have to waste much time. We'll see that later this week. But thank you guys so much for watching this one. Sorry we couldn't start off with a dub, but if you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.